When gods fell silent and the world turned to ash, one man carried the last spark of fire and refused to let it die. In an age long forgotten, when the stars had dimmed and even the gods had fallen silent, the world of Elarion was dying. Forests had turned to stone, rivers ran thick with ash, and the once golden citadels of men now stood as ruins beneath a red and merciless sky. It was said that when the eternal flame went out, so too would hope itself. But one man still carried its ember. His name was Kael Ardent, last guardian of Elarion, a warrior of no crown, no kingdom, and no army, only a purpose. Within his chest burned the last spark of divine fire, small yet defiant, the final remnant of a light older than the stars. For years he had wandered through the broken lands, guided only by an ancient prophecy carved into the stones of the old world. When the light fades and the earth turns silent, the flame shall rise again through one who knows no fear. Kael's path first led him to the Black Mountains, where thunder slept inside the rock and rivers of molten iron cut through the stone. There, deep within the gates of morning, he faced his first trial, the worm of the deep earth. It was not a mere beast, but a living mountain, a serpent forged of stone and fire, its scales glowing like heated metal. When it moved, the ground split. When it breathed, the air itself burned. Kael stood before it, a single figure against an ancient god of the underworld. The battle raged for 3 days and 3 nights beneath the roaring mountain. His armor melted, his shield shattered, and yet Kael fought on. Each strike echoed like thunder across the cavern. In the final moment, when all seemed lost, he drove his blade, the sword Solbrand, through the worm's heart. The creature screamed, and its death shook the world. From the wound spilled rivers of light, and the first spark of the eternal flame returned to the land. Kael journeyed onward through the Vale of Shadows, a valley where sunlight had not touched for 100 years. There he found the Hollow Queen, a spirit draped in veils of sorrow, the last remnant of a goddess consumed by her own despair. Her voice was soft and venomous. "Why do you fight, mortal? The age of men has ended. The gods are gone. Even fire dies." Kael's blade trembled in his hand, for her words reached deep into his heart. She conjured visions, his fallen brothers, his homeland burning, the face of a woman he once loved. Every memory twisted into pain. But Kael did not bow. He closed his eyes and remembered what the flame meant. Courage in the face of darkness. "If even one ember burns," he said, "then the night has not won." He raised his sword, not in anger, but in faith. The Hollow Queen shrieked, her illusions shattering like glass, and light pierced the veil once more. The curse broke, and dawn rose for the first time in a century. Beyond the veil lay the Sea of Mirrors, a place where the sky met the water in endless reflection. There Kael faced no beast of flesh, but his own reflection, a shadow of himself twisted by doubt and rage. The dark Kael spoke, "You are nothing but a man chasing ghosts. The world does not need saving. It deserves to burn steel met steel upon the mirrored waves." The clash of their swords rippled across the horizon, each strike reflecting 1,000 stars. Kael fell many times, bleeding into the water, but each time he rose again. "You may be my darkness," he said, "but I am your end." With one final cry, he struck his shadow down. The sea shattered, and from its depths rose a new light, the second flame reborn. If you liked the video up to this point, don't forget to like and subscribe. Kael's last journey led him to the ruins of Solara, once the heart of Elarion. There, upon a throne of black glass, waited Morgrath, the fallen god who had cast the world into ash. His eyes burned with eternal hatred, his voice echoing like thunder. "Do you truly believe you can reignite the flame?" Morgrath said. "Even gods failed where you stand." Kael raised his sword, though his strength was nearly gone. "I am no god," he answered, "but I am the fire you could not kill." The battle that followed tore the heavens apart. Lightning fell like rain, mountains crumbled, and oceans boiled. Kael fought with every breath left in him, each swing of his sword carving light through the darkness. Morgoth's power was infinite, yet the flame within Kael burned brighter with every strike. When his blade shattered, Kael grasped the broken hilt and drove it into the god's heart. For a moment, silence. Then, from within the darkness, light erupted, pure, blinding, eternal. Morgoth let out one final roar as his form turned to dust. Kael fell to his knees, the flame blazing around him. The land trembled, and the skies cleared for the first time in an age. From the ruins, grass began to grow. Rivers ran clear. The curse was broken. As the sun rose over the new world, Kael smiled faintly. He had fulfilled the prophecy. The flame of Elarion was reborn, not as a gift of gods, but as the courage of man. And when the people of Elarion spoke of him in ages to come, they would not remember him as a king or a god, but as the one who carried light into the darkness and never let it die.